Samaria falls to Assyria. Now, Samaria is the capital city of the northern kingdom of Israel, and it falls to Assyria. Let's go through some of the highlights of 2 Kings 17. Finally, in the 9th year of King Hosea's reign, Samaria fell, and the people of Israel were exiled to Assyria. This disaster came upon the people of Israel because they worshipped other gods. They sinned against the Lord their God. They followed the practices of pagan nations the Lord had driven from the land ahead of them, as well as the practices the kings of Israel had introduced. The people of Israel had also secretly done many things that were not pleasing to the Lord their God. They built pagan shrines. They set up sacred pillars and Asherah poles at the top of every hill and under every tree, and they offered sacrifices. Yes, they worshipped idols, despite the Lord's specific and repeated warnings. Again and again, the Lord sent his prophets and seers to warn both Israel and Judah. Turn from all of your evil ways. Obey my commands and decrees. But the Israelites would not listen. They were as stubborn as their ancestors who had refused to believe in the Lord their God. They rejected his decrees and the covenant that he had made with their ancestors, and they despised all of his warnings. They worshipped worthless idols, so they became worthless themselves. They followed the example of the nations around them, disobeying the Lord's command not to imitate them. They rejected all the commands of the Lord their God and made two calves from metal. They set up an Asherah pole and worshipped Baal and all the forces of heaven. They even sacrificed their own sons and daughters in the fire. They consulted fortune tellers and practiced sorcery and sold themselves to evil, arousing the Lord's anger. Because the Lord was very angry with Israel, he swept them away from his presence. Only the tribe of Judah remained in the land, but even the people of Judah refused to obey the commands of the Lord their God, for they had followed the evil practices that Israel had introduced. The Lord rejected all the descendants of Israel. He punished them by handing them over to their attackers until he had banished Israel from his presence. For when the Lord tore Israel away from the kingdom of David, they chose the evil king Jeroboam. But Jeroboam drew Israel away from following the Lord and made them commit a great sin. And the people of Israel persisted in all the evil ways of Jeroboam. So Israel was exiled from their land to Assyria, where they remain to this day. 3 years later, during the 6th year of King Hezekiah's reign, the 9th year of King Hosea's reign in Israel, Samaria fell. We have a blessed day. We're going to continue with our reading of 2 Kings tomorrow.